Hey, my friend, I want to remind you to have confidence in the best possible outcome for your present situation. Refuse to be disheartened because everything always unfolds for your ultimate benefit. And that's something we often misunderstand. Like, what's the ultimate benefit? It's something I want, or it's something that's best for my evolution. And sometimes what's best for our evolution is not truly something we desire, but eventually we recognize it's exactly what we needed. So sometimes our work needs to fall apart, our relationships needs to fall apart, our whatever needs to fall apart, so we recognize that it was the loss of it that taught us what is truly valuable in our lives. So I want to remind you that everything is constantly aligning for you. And if you adopt this mindset that things are always happening for you, it will be much easier to move through whatever you're moving through. So have confidence in the best possible outcome for your present situation. I want to give you 6 timeless reminders that will help you to navigate yourself through life, wherever you are, whatever is happening to you. I've recognized in my life, if I adopt these 6 different attitudes and perceptions and expressions, I can flow with everything. And not always with ease, because sometimes heavy things are hitting us and we just need to learn to cope with them and to find the best strategy to take care of it and to accept it, right? But we can't control what's out of our hands. So we need to learn to accept things, and we need to learn to be completely okay with what's happening, even though it's maybe not okay. So the first reminder I want to give you is to express anything that is not right for you. And I know it's, for many of you, it may be like a common sense, but it's not a common sense for many of us. Like when we're in certain relationships or being at our jobs and we are doing something, whatever we're doing, and we recognize there are certain things we're not okay with. There are certain things that are not right. Express it, because it will be much easier for you to navigate the relationship, or to break up if that's necessary, or to move on and to grow together, to find a better solution, to find a way how to express yourself more honestly, more authentically, more truthfully. It's all about the truth, and knowing the truth is the hard part, because we're living in this world where we are bombarded with so many different opinions. If we don't have great practices that can help us to stay grounded in who we truly are, we may lose a sense of truth. So we may also lose a sense of what's right. But what we are noticing, our well-being is falling apart. And we're noticing that the sense of confidence and happiness is falling. So when we start noticing what is not right, we should speak about it, we should talk about it, we should express it. Because only that way we can resolve it and become more of who we are intending to be. Become more truthful, because that's what we're all looking for, to become the expression of the truth. And to find the truth is a whole journey, an adventure of life. So express anything that is not right for you. It will help you to become a better maybe worker or creator at your job, become a better artist, to become a better parent, to become a better partner or wife or husband or whoever. When you express anything that's not right, maybe not in a sense of complaining, but in a sense of honesty, like, let's have a talk about this and let's see what we can do. Then the second reminder is to always keep faith in you, to trust your intuition. And to keep faith in you doesn't mean I believe in myself, but then you don't change anything. It means that you have this strong feeling that you can do whatever you decide. And you can only gain this feeling if you actually start practicing something you want to do, even if It's hard even if you don't like doing it, like studying maybe, or doing some hard work, or working out, taking care of your body. Having faith in yourself is this deep knowing that you can do it, that you're capable of doing it. You're capable of getting where you want to get. Doesn't matter how it feels. Faith is, believing into something that you maybe don't have a physical evidence for it to believe that it will work out. Faith is like believing into capability, and you have capabilities. As Aristotle said, soul is a being that is capable of constant change, constant transformation. It's a being of abilities and capabilities. And then to flourish in life means to constantly keep practicing, exploring and expanding our abilities and capabilities. And we can recognize that people who are thriving are not the ones that are only doing what they love. They're the ones that are stretching themselves the most. They're the ones that are doing what they know they have to do and push themselves sometimes, because not always it's easy. Working out is not always easy. Getting yourself into certain routines that that helps you thrive is not always easy. Sometimes you would rather lay in bed and do nothing. But every time you do a workout, after a workout, you feel like you're on another level. Or whatever the thing is that it may feel hard, but you have to do it. That's what it means to have faith in you, to believe in you. And then when you decide to work on a certain business, or to start a certain project, or to evolve in any kind of a way, to have faith in you means that you believe you can do it, even if you don't see any results, even if people around you say whatever to you, you have faith in you because you know that you're here on a bigger mission. You're here on purpose. You're here because there's something that needs to be done through you, not through anyone else, not to wait somebody else will do it, through you. You've come here to make it happen. And then to trust your intuition means that there's an instinct within you, there's a feeling, there's a compass, and sometimes it shows into the direction of your fear. Go with it, do it, feel what you feel, and do it, because it always shows a finger onto the truth. It always shows a finger onto what you need to know and what you have to do. But it's hard sometimes to find the difference between intuition and fear, because intuition always inspires growth, while fear wants you to protect yourself from growth. So notice, when you feel something intuitively, always ask yourself, will this help me to grow? Will this help me to transform myself, to transmute whatever is holding me back, to become a greater version of myself? And this answer is yes, then that is the right thing you should do. Always ask yourself, will this help me to grow? And if yes, do it. Then the third reminder is to learn to maintain calmness and peace, and be a little more accepting of what is happening each day. This is a really wonderful step towards greatness, because firstly, when you maintain calmness, you recognize you don't need to be in an emotional reactive mechanism all the time. Like, we don't have control over most of the things that are happening, but we have control over how we choose to respond to whatever is happening. And calmness is this attitude of a master. A Zen master could explore everything with an attitude of contentment. You can observe and you don't need to be attached to what's happening. And when you learn to detach from what's happening, you become a really, really creative observer. And sure, it's mastery that's not easy to attain, and I'm not saying I'm the master of it. I'm a work in progress towards it. But I've learned in my life that whatever is happening, even if I react, I will step back a little bit and I will take few moments, or maybe few hours, or maybe few days to reflect on what happened and to recognize how would I approach it if I would be at more calm state. Would I see it as an opportunity to do something new, to try something new, or would I see it as something that is teaching me to become maybe more authentic or more truthful or whatever it is? I will reflect on it, and every time I reflect on something that maybe triggered me emotionally, I will soon find a solution, a message, and a wisdom in it. That's why acceptance is so important. When you stop fighting with what's happening and you recognize, well, if I accept this right now, I will focus on what to do from here on, what to focus on from here on. Sometimes it's hard to accept something that we didn't want to happen, but that's life. You can't control life. You're a part of life, but you're not the one who's creating life, right? You're the co-creator here, which means you have an ability to design your life, but most of the life is not your design. It's the collective design. It's the design of the creator of the universe or God. So you're here a co-creator. So most of the things that are out of your control, accept them because they're your teachers. And I know you've heard this before, but learn to accept it. Learn to accept it. Every single day, become a little bit better at accepting what's happening. And many people are afraid of this word accepting because they think that accepting what's happening means that then I will not feel inspired to change. But accepting means to stop being in fight with what's happening. So then you decide what to take from here and where you're going with this knowledge, where you're going, what you're willing to do, how you're willing to transform your life from this state, from this point, from fighting with it to creating a better option for you. The fourth reminder is that your destiny truly is to live a harmonious life surrounded with beautiful things. But to live a harmonious life, it doesn't mean that you will always be safe, you will always be gentle on yourself, you will always live in peaceful environments, and you will always be positive. To live harmonious life, what is harmony? Harmony is the middle point between negative and positive. Harmony is the middle point between being gentle and being hard on yourself. And the only way to find the middle point is to master the positive and master the negative, which means that you become really good at approaching your shadow aspect. You become really good at noticing what triggers you and just coping with these triggers, coping with this emotional turmoil, and being really good with your positivity, knowing how to shift your mindset, knowing how to elevate your emotional state. Once you master these two both aspects, you can find the harmony that is in between, because through this harmony then you can create beautiful things. That's why artists are able to create incredible music out of their hardest moments in life, or beautiful art out of their hardest moments in life. And you may find many YouTube videos that were created actually out of hardest moments in life. It's because we are able to use the fuel from negativity and use the fuel from positivity to find something in between that then becomes like a new path for creating something helpful and meaningful for others. So it is something challenging to find, but it's something to aim toward. So if you're going through hard times, and I know many of you do, you can look at these hard times as something to be fueled by it, to be motivated by it. If everything is falling apart and let's say you've lost a relationship or whatever happened, let's use it as a fuel. Go into a gym, do a workout, stretch yourself, write down what happened, and use it as a motivation to work on something that matters to you right now, something that will help you to get out of misery. Like if maybe you're broke or whatever it is, use this fuel to build a new business or to find a new job or to whatever is your situation, always use negativity and dark moments as a fuel to work on a solution. It will help you so much to find this middle point, and that is truly a destiny, because on that path of finding this harmony in all spiritual teachings, they were all talking about this blissful state that people are often aiming towards. But to find the blissful state, only those who are willing to move through their hardest moments with acceptance and willingness to find solutions will find bliss in anything that's happening. So it's a challenging part, but it's important to know that it's not somewhere else, it's not somewhere in the future. Bliss is not somewhere in the future, it's right here, right now, seeing everything as a rock that can be shaped into a sculpture. And that's you. You are that rock, and your life may be that rock, and your pain may be that rock, and you can use it as something to make a wonderful sculpture out of it. But the creation of a sculpture is not often a playful job. Like, even when I'm painting, often in the middle of the painting process, I feel like I'm failing it. I feel like it's not going the way it should, and I just sense this voice, keep going, because it's going into the right direction. But sometimes we feel it's not, so we have to build this inner mechanism that is a willpower that just says, yeah, keep going with this. And the fifth reminder is to do what makes you feel alive. Makes you feel alive, my friend. Because sometimes, what makes us feel alive is something maybe we hate to do. Like, again, working out is a great example. Sometimes we wake up and we don't want to work out. But if you do a workout, you feel more alive after that. And that's how you start training yourself, that hard things actually bring more happiness than easy things. Hard things bring more aliveness than easy things. So it can be in anything. Like, for me as an artist, I am quite disciplined with painting, because I know that if I will be painting more, I will become better much faster. I've recognized that sometimes I don't feel like doing it. And sometimes I don't feel like making a video. I'm doing my daily videos, and sometimes I don't feel like that. I'm traveling right now and I'm making daily videos. And sometimes I don't feel like doing that daily. But every time I do, I become really proud of myself. Like, oh, I've overcome myself. And I've learned something new, and I've recognized, well, actually, that voice, that part of me that was saying, I don't want to do that, is not the part of me that is really creative. It's the part of me that wants me to keep me somewhere stuck, somewhere in a safe zone. But the creator part of me is always willing to do, to work, to give, to create. Because that's life, right? It doesn't stop. Nature doesn't stop. Life doesn't stop. It's constantly moving forward. So we need to find the difference between this voice of life and voice of reason, voice of fear, and voice of comfort. And always learn to plug into the voice of life, which is constant motion. What can I give today? What can I create today? How can I be a better version of myself right now? How can I be more truthful right now? How can I be more authentic? Always look for that part of you, because it lives within you. And the last reminder, timeless reminder for you, is to believe in the most positive outcome for your situation. Because our beliefs are truly shaping our outlook on life. Our beliefs are like these anchors towards what we are capable of going. And if you have beliefs like you can't achieve anything great because you are easy to forget things, you're not good at learning, you're not capable of much, you're not creative, and whatever, often people are writing me, hey, I would love to make artwork, but I'm not as talented as you are. And I always say to them, look, I'm painting so much that I just became good at it. It's not easy to learn to paint, but if you're doing one painting a day, for example, that's what I was doing at the beginning, you will become good at it really, really fast. And suddenly you will say, well, I'm quite talented. So it's really, I think talent is is this knowledge we have in the soul from the previous lives. But not everyone awakens to the understanding of how knowledgeable they all already are, because they're not practicing much of doing new things. But if we start practicing something, we recognize we've done it before, we are quite good at it already, and if we will stay persistent with it, we will just become much better at it. It's all about consistency and doing something that truly inspires us, that truly helps us to be a better version of ourselves. I found it in painting because I really find playfulness in it. I find that each painting process teaches me something new about life. It teaches me that I'm capable of much more, because sometimes I do a painting, I never thought I can do it, because, for example, painting an animal, like if you've never painted before, you might think you can't do it, but if you start and work on it for maybe 50 hours, you will recognize that even if most of the time you were not knowing what you're doing, at the end, it actually turned out to be something beautiful. And that's how you kind of outwork yourself. You recognize that you're much more capable than you think that you are, and you can do whatever you actually choose to do. So I wanted to give you this encouragement to believe in yourself, to have confidence in the best possible outcome for your situation, to believe in the most positive outcome for your situation. But when this outcome doesn't happen, it's not over. It's not over. The story is not over yet. Know that until it happens, the story is not over. And that's what most people really feel blocked, because they have belief for the life they want to live, but then that kind of a life doesn't happen, and they lose faith. They lose belief and trust in themselves. While belief is teaching you to keep going until you see the results. Believe in yourself until you see the proofs of your belief system. And beliefs should only inspire you to work, to take action, to build discipline, to work on what you believe that is possible for you. If you just believe and not do anything, not much can change. But if you believe in yourself and do whatever it takes, don't be the same person you've been 1 year ago. Don't be the same person you've been 1 month ago. Don't be the same person you've been yesterday. If you believe that you can be something greater, then today you need to be something greater you've been yesterday. And if that's the truth for you, then greatness is coming towards you, because you are coming towards it. So I hope you found something valuable today, my friends. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Thanks to all of you for supporting my art in our Etsy store. I Draw My Passion. The link is in the description of this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to the channel. It helps to support this channel and to bring this message to more people. With that, you're doing a great support. So thank you so much. And till next time, one love.